of consciousness, episode 31, Symphony! Yeah! Welcome my friends to a new episode of the Guitar of Consciousness, episode 31, Symphony! Wow! My new suit, wow, it's got all the symbols, all the notes. Wow, what a creation. I'm very grateful of the earth. You know, look at those rocks. That's we're at Horsehead Rock, down south in Australia, just near the border of Victoria. That's Horsehead Rock, and in the back now as well is Camel Rock. And Horsehead Rock is just down that way, just around the beach on that side. So how does it get any better than this? What a beautiful location to film at. So I'm very grateful the earth provided us with clear sky today. So how does it get any better than that? So in this series, I talk about the tools and the questions of access consciousness, allowing you to choose something different. If you're different out there, my friends, maybe this is for you. You know, it's all your choice. So I'd like to put a bit of a video here of the crew.
We're on location!
Did a bit of a short video clip.
We're filming
right
the
there.
next Guitar of Consciousness! Symphony!
That's all from us coming yesterday, just before shooting at Horsehead Rock, just around that corner. Yeah, that's a bit of us talking there. And, you know, very grateful for the crew helping me out. Gosdana, Bianca, Dave, my mum. I'd like to also thank Anthony. He couldn't make it here today, but he had to feed our dogs. We have a 9-pack of dogs. Maybe I'll do a quick video there of the 9-pack of dogs. He had to feed them for us being away here. So I'm very grateful, Anthony, for doing that for us, man. Appreciate that, man. It takes a big effort, you know. Gives me a bit of freedom. Knowing I don't have to think about that. So how does it get any better than that? So using that tool, how does it get any better than that? That's a tool from Access. That's a question you can ask, and it changes the energy. It changes the energy as a sense. If you know, something bad happens, you can say, how does it get any better than this? If something good happens, how does it get any better than this? It changes the energy of no matter what it is, good or bad, into something different, into something greater. Always into something greater. I know a lot of people out there say, you know, it doesn't get any better than this. Well, once you start at that, you're kind of like, there's a stop sign and it stops you. Now, if you say, how does it get any better than this? No matter what occurs, always a greater possibility can show up. So as in the sense, you know, like what would it take for it to be clear today? What would it take for you to have dry weather for my filming? Or whatever is going in your world, what would it take to have ease with the weather? So if you're going somewhere and you need to film something, or you need to go out somewhere and you're outdoors, ask, my friends. You know, it's been out there for a long time. Ask and you shall receive. Though we've never been taught what that means. Well, you have to ask and allow the universe to rearrange itself to fulfill your ask. So if you ask, give it some time. Give it some time. You know, a lot of us out there is like, we've got to ask, and if it doesn't come in 10 seconds, it's complete disaster. Yeah. No, you know, be patient. Be patient with your ask. And the universe, you know, it takes time to rearrange itself to fulfill it. So ask, you know, if you need that weather, ask. Okay, what will it take to be dry weather? You know, and if it's not perfectly the way you exactly think it's going to have to be, well, just ask for the bigger picture. Ask for the bigger picture as in a sense, if you are filming out there, for whatever musician out there or whatever you're doing for a business sense, ask what would it take for my film to look phenomenal? Whatever I'm filming, what would it take it to look incredible, magical, you know, whatever you're asking for it to be, what would it take for that to show up? And And you can also ask what would it take for the footage to actually be received after, like downloaded. So, you know, you might be able to film the whole thing. And like yesterday reminds me, we shot all the stuff down at the Horsehead Rock, and I'll put a video there of the drone. The drone at the end kind of hit the cliff, but hit the branches and tumbled down. So you'll see the video there. And you know, the branches grabbed it. The branches grabbed it along, and you'll see in the video as it's playing now. And you know, at the end of that, you'll see, you know, it was all right. It was all right. No damage to the equipment. We still managed to get all the download off the drone. So how does it get any better than that? So access consciousness really contributed to me to go out of the DJCCs. And what are DJCCs? Decision, judgment, conclusion, computation. And we can go through them briefly. So, but the one I'll talk about is the conclusions. So we come to conclusion that, okay, if this A and B occurs, all the other everything's going to line up. Well, like yesterday with the drone, you know, if I came to the conclusion that, okay, it's all set now, I've got all the stuff, we can go back to the resort and have everything and watch all the video footage and everything's going to be perfect. No, something came into my head like, you know, ask some questions here in this moment. And about a minute later, the drone crashed into the side of the mountain there. So I was very grateful my awareness told me that something was going to occur. I didn't know exactly what was going to occur, but I asked some questions. What would it take to have ease with this? What would it take to have ease with the footage? What would it take to have ease with Dave flying the drone? And we managed to collect it. So how does it get any better than that? So the conclusions are like, you know, you just got to get out of that. Pock and pod the conclusions. Pock and pod is the short version of the clearing statement of access consciousness. If you like to go to the full clearing statement, of access consciousness, we'll put a link there, theclearingstatement.com, and that'll take you to a video of what this clearing statement does. But to explain it right now, you know, the video goes for about half an hour, so I'm not going to go into that. But Pock and Pod is a short part. It's the short speak, what addresses any limitations that come up. It clears it energetically, so then you can go beyond it. It's like you're on a roundabout and you don't know what exit to take. You just keep driving around. You don't know what exit to take. You start using the clearing statement of access, then it gives you some clarity. Where you've never had before. So then you can get off. Oh, okay, I'm going this way now. I'm leaning this way. So that's what it can do for you. So Pock and Pod, POC, point of creation, to point of destruction, POD. So all your points of view, leading all your points of view that you've created on a certain situation, and it can be good or bad, to the point of destruction where you've just like had enough. You've had enough, like, you know, there's too much going on. And you're like, that's it for me, I'm done. Okay, so point of creation to point of destruction. And why you just say Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod. Everything this is bringing up for me, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod, and Pock and Pod. Everything not allowing me to go beyond this limitation, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod. Everywhere I'm getting caught up in people's frustrations, people's emotions, family problems, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod, Pock and Pod. Everything not allowing me to be me today and have fun today. You know, have we been taught to have fun? So, you know, what would it take to have fun with this? And Pock and Podding those. So the DJCCs, the decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations. So judgment, you know, there's no good or bad judgment. It's just judgment. Judgment is a destruction. It's not a creative source. Judgment. So anytime we buy into judgment or get kind of tricked into judging it ourselves as well, we like to judge ourselves. If you're still on here, you usually judge yourself a lot. So pock and pod everywhere, you're judging yourself. Pock and pod, pock and pod, pock and pod, and pock and pod, pock and pod, and pock and pod. Everywhere that is bringing you down. Pock and pod, and pock and pod, and pock and pod. You know, I used to judge myself a lot and a lot and a lot before Access, and I didn't enjoy my life. Nothing really worked for me. I would go somewhere and kaboom. You know, and then another kaboom, another kaboom. Constantly stop starting. Like that antique car, you know, like the old cars, you know, you go somewhere and an engine problem. You got to fix it and you'll keep, you know, it doesn't work out. So, you know, by using these pock and pods, the clearing statement, right, wrong, good, bad, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys, perverts and beyonds. Those moments where you've had that stop, and then that gives you clarity. The clearing statement gives you clarity to go where you've never gone before. Okay, so like filming here today we've got Camel Rock in the background, and we've got the beautiful sun in the light, you know, like things like that can show up. So everywhere you're getting anxious, you're getting nervousness around filming, you can ask, you know, everything this is bringing up for me. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys, perverts and beyonds. Everything brought up about me speaking in front of a camera or whatever you're doing. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys, perverts and beyonds. Everywhere I've been buying into others telling me what to do and how to do it, and not allowing me to have my awareness of myself of knowing how to do it, like the short and create all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys, perverts and beyonds. And there's always a greater possibility. Now, be patient now. You might be, you know, a bit spacey out. You might be a bit, you know, a bit dizzy. Why? Well, this is something different. You're unlocking new capacities for yourself. The more and more you do Access, you're unlocking more capacities for yourself. Your life becomes greater. The more and more I do Access, my life becomes greater. And yes, a lot of people badmouth Access and badmouth me for doing Access and saying it's this and that. Why are they saying that? Because I'm being too much. Have you ever noticed when someone bees too much, a lot of people try to get in the way to stop you from being too much? Like in Australia, we have this thing called the popper syndrome, where, you know, there's all these poppies and they cut them down to make them all the same. Same thing with us. You know, when you're being too much, you cut down. So you're like everybody else. Instead, when you're aware of those people trying to do that to you, what will it take to outcreate these people's needs of holding me back? So that's a question you can ask. What will it take to outcreate the needs of these people holding me back? And what will it take for me to have ease with this? The mantra of Access Consciousness. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to you with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. You know, the more and more you say that, well, that will contribute to you having that. Remember, what we say and what we think becomes our reality. So if you're waking up in the morning and saying, oh, this is fucked. Fuck this shit. I'm done with this. I don't want to, you know. If that is occurring for you, well, that's what's going to show up that day. Have you ever noticed? That's what shows up. Now, if you're saying, okay, what will it take to have fun today? What adventures can show up for me today? Yes, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. It's like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say what Jake said. Nah, I'll do it later. I'll do it next week. I'll see if some of my other friends are doing it, then I'll do it. If some of my other friends will do it, then I'll do it. But why wait? I didn't wait. I didn't wait for no one. I didn't wait for no one telling me that, oh, don't do access, that's not for you. I didn't wait for no one. A lot of people said don't do access, but because a lot of people said don't do it, I fucking did it. And what happened ever since I did it? Well, I created the Guitar of Consciousness. Before that, I was always doing things for everybody else. For my band, I was always preparing all band sessions, or the, studio sessions, organizing all this crap. And then they turn around and say, oh, I got this happening, I got this happening, I got this happening. Well, then why are we in a band together? And that's just one area of my life. That's not the other area, all the other areas as well. But when I came across access, my life started actually working. I actually started enjoying my life. And that never occurred before. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that access is in my life. And it's just a choice you have to make. And in access, no one cares if you join. If you don't join, no one cares. It's your choice. There's no sign-up fee. There's no, there's nothing about it. A lot of people say, access is a cult, this and that. But a cult has, rules and regulations. I'm just saying some questions you can use. You can ask, how does it get any better than this? And you don't have to have anything to do with access. You can use that. Use it and do what you got to do. Does that seem like a cult to you? So how does it get any better than that? Oh, it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful out here. The earth is so beautiful, and I'm very grateful that access taught me to go out there and be uncomfortable and experience nature for yourself. Go out there and do things that you didn't ever want to do. Like speaking for me was a big thing. Speaking thing was a massive thing. Like let's put episode 1 there, Guitar of Consciousness, of me speaking. 1 minute of me speaking. And beforehand, I was stressing the fuck out. I'm like, whoa, I've never spoken before for long periods of time. And yeah, I was just stressing out. They'll use some tools of access to help me. I use a lot of access tools to help me out. And that really contributed to that episode being created. And then episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 31 now. Like, whoa, what a journey of the Guitar of Consciousness. I'm very grateful for Dave being on the shoot here. He's been with us since BNU. So maybe we'll put some clips of him being there on the BNU. We'll put some other clips of Dave here on some other shoots. So Dave, we've got Dave's shoots here. We've got Dave. So I'm very grateful for you, Dave, being on the, shooting the Guitar of Consciousness. You just make it look fucking phenomenal. Him with the drone, the cameras, he's got a new wireless mic he just bought, and he showed me just before recording this, and like, wow. There's no cables. You just, a thing there. And, how does it get any better? It makes my life easier. And I'm very grateful. I always ask to what would it take to have the best cameras film me? What would it take to have a film crew film the Guitar of Consciousness? And ask and you shall receive. Yes, it took a bunch of episodes, though I didn't make myself wrong. Because Access taught me whenever a wrongness shows up for you, what strongness is available. So like, does that give you freedom? Does that give you freedom when that anytime a wrongness shows up for you, you can ask, what strongness do I have available here that I haven't considered? And then a greater possibility can show up. So thanks, Dave, man. I'd like to say thanks to my other crew, Gozdana, my mum. She's been here from day one. I'm so grateful. If it wasn't for her, the Guitar of Consciousness would have been created as well. I've had, let's put this episode here. This episode was called She Oak. And I think in that episode happened, that transformed, from that episode that transformed the Guitar of Consciousness. Why? Well, I used to do the Guitar of Consciousness with the guitar. Remember a lot of the first episodes, as in that one, a lot of the first episodes like the audio was filmed live. So for the first 15 episodes maybe, the audio was filmed live. And man, that was extremely difficult, extremely difficult. You had all the ocean elements, you had all the elements of the weather interacting, and it was, you know, some of those takes I did like 20 times to get those takes down. Just because this occurs, you know, the audio never worked out somehow. But, you know, I always just kept going and used the tools of access to keep me going. So in that episode, Shiok, you know, before those episodes, I wore the guitar when I was speaking. Why? Well, I was kind of hiding myself behind the guitar, because speaking, you know, I'm here and you got the voice, that's it. You got to speak and the camera's there. So it's very confronting. And you can relate to that a lot to you guys. You know, it's very confronting. So, you know, and it's been actually, I think there's been a test, a science test, that the number one fear of all time of mankind is death. And then the second one is public speaking. So it's a big thing. So in that episode where the amp, the battery went low, and somehow something happened, and I couldn't play the guitar and speak at the same time, or I didn't have something happened there, I forget now, and I started stressing out big time, because it wasn't going the way I thought it was going to go. So all the other episodes I would speak and then play guitar. All right, now play the guitar and then speak right after with the guitar on me. And in that episode, it changed all up. It changed all up. And I was stressing out in that time, and my mum really calmed me down. So I'm very grateful, Mum. I will put a picture of her there. So I'm very grateful for my mum. She calmed me down and said, look, Jake, what about we change something up here? What about we change something up the way we do the guitar of consciousness? Okay, we've got some of the footage down for the guitar. What about you do the speaking without the guitar? And I'm like, no, I don't do that, nah. I got my own, I got to do it the way I got to do it. And then I had a bit of a walk around for 5 minutes. And I'm like, all right, I like what you said, Ma. It brought up a lot of stuff for me, but let's do it. Let's do the speaking with me just speaking. And you can see me speaking there. And that's the first time I ever spoke, like without the guitar. And that was massive. That was massive for me. So I'm very grateful that occurred. And that really transformed the guitar of consciousness. Whoa. So using tools of access, like, you know, what else is possible here? Universe, help me out here. We never ask things like that. Why? Because we've never been taught to. And that's what really contributed to me with this series. This series wouldn't be this series if it wasn't for these tools of asking questions. Asking questions empower you to go beyond any limitation. Anytime you're seeking the result. I know, yes, you know, we've been in train, you know, ever since kindergarten, high school, college, university, to ask questions and get a result. Okay. Yes, that works maybe for certain people, but not for type of people that are different. Why? Because the answer is disempower. Okay. Like when you ask a question, it opens the door to infinite possibilities. It opens the door to, you can go this way, 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 you can go that way, you can go that way. Okay, when you ask a question. When you want a specific result, when you want an answer, okay, it's got to show up just this way. That's all. Just in that one direct point, all the way over there. One grain of sand, but we've got 1 trillion grains of sand on this place, but we've got more than trillion grains of sand, but we're all focused on that 1 grain of sand. Okay? That's what focusing and asking for that specific result to occur. And now we're trying to move mountains. We're trying to move the oceans. We're trying to suck this ocean up over here and bring it over here to get this certain result to occur. So I've got all this force, all this, oh, you're so tall, I want to get up. But if we ask the question, what else can occur here? Like in that video of Shiok, what else can occur here? A different possibility. Let's go this way. And because I did go that way, after it occurred, I'm like, oh, wow, thank you. Thank you, Earth, thank you, my mum, thank you for contributing to me getting into this. Thank you, Access. And ever since then, I'm like very grateful, you know. I'm like, I don't have to just hold on to the guitar anymore. And my speaking has gone a lot more phenomenal ever since then. So, you know, that focus on that 1 grain of sand, when we have trillions and trillions and trillions times trillions of sand that can actually contribute to us. And that's what consciousness is about. So consciousness isn't just access. Access consciousness, what's that stand for? Accessing your consciousness. Okay? This is not a company just about access, making money. Okay? This is about access contributing to you gaining your consciousness. So accessing your consciousness. And what is consciousness? Well, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. Does that give you a sense of lightness? You know, there's consciousness in everything. 99.9% of everything out there is conscious. The grains of sand are conscious. The oceans are conscious. The only thing that aren't conscious half the time is us, because we don't want to be conscious. We want to be, you know, like dulled down, you know, compressed, suppressed. So we're the only ones that are being conscious half the time, but everything else is conscious. So why are we running away from it? There's no need of it. You know, I've got two seagulls out here. You know, they're watching us. They're being conscious. Why? Because they're always being them no matter what. See, birds are the best example of animals being conscious. Like, you know, dogs, a lot of dogs, they can like buy into our energy a lot. But wild animals, if you really want to know what consciousness is about, watch like wild animals. And birds are a great example. Doesn't matter if you chase them and you try to get them out of their space, they'll fly away. They're like, yeah. It's entertaining for them. It's fun for them. They're not judging you. Oh, what did that guy chase me for? Oh my God, I'm gonna have a bad, you know, bird hair day today. I'm not gonna fly tomorrow. I'm not gonna sing today. No, the birds sing no matter what. They don't do judgment. Judgment just destroys. So if you really want to know what consciousness is about, look at the animals. Look at the oceans. You know, there's no judgment of what occurs. If you ask a question, then the things can contribute to you. So always ask a question. If you don't ask questions, well, you know, I would love to say to you that whatever you've been taught previously, that's the way it goes. Though it's not. Consciousness can't contribute to you unless you ask a question. Okay? I asked a question, what would it take for, like yesterday we came here and we thought we were going to do the speaking, but it was, the wind was incredible. You can see on the footage. On my feet, on my outfit, the flaps of my pants were flapping so much, that's how windy it was. Now for the speaking, that wouldn't have worked. So, but then again, I asked a bigger picture. I asked what would it take to be able to film the speaking with total ease. with a place where there's not much, wind in the way to, to ask questions like that. What would it take to have ease with this? What would it take to be able to speak and have the footage downloaded to social media with total ease? See, ask for the even bigger picture, even past the filming. And look, we're speaking right now. So those are the questions you can ask. And if you didn't ask those questions, well, maybe wouldn't be able to speak here. Maybe it would have started raining. Who knows? It was forecast for rain this weekend. Oh, no, it's during the week. So I don't know what day it is anymore. But it was forecast for rain. Did I buy into that? No, I didn't buy into that. I'm like, what else is possible? Even if it is forecast for rain, does it rain continuously that whole 24 hours? Does that usually occur? No. There's a chance of it usually clearing sometimes. So there always is a greater possibility. And, a few hours up there it might be raining, a few hours down here might not be raining. So if you come to that conclusion, I'm done, there's forecast for rain, I can't do this. Well, it's always going to show up. Every Guitar of Consciousness I filmed, always something kind of forecast for the rain. Always somehow rain is forecast. For every episode it's showed up. But we've just gone anyway. We've gone anyway with this energy. We filmed that at the dunes. I'm grateful for the day how we got that footage of this one here. And yes, that was raining the whole way up. It took a few hours from my place to get there. It was raining the whole way up. And it just stopped raining on the morning of filming. There was like a whole crater. There was a crater around us of sky that cleared for the filming. So how the fuck does it get any better than that? So if you're always waiting, if you always have it somehow always waiting in your universe, what will it take to go beyond that? So everywhere you're waiting, let's destroy and uncreate all that with a clearing statement. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, part, ordinary, shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. Everywhere you're being taught by others that you have to wait for the perfect, for it to be perfect. Right, wrong, right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, part, ordinary, shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. This is a good example. Do you jump in your car and wait for every single light to turn green before you go to your destination? You're sitting there. I don't know, how would you even work that out, but do you wait for every single light to turn green? Fuck no. You just go. Don't you? You get up and just go. Whatever. If it's a yellow light, it's a red light, green light, whatever, you go. If there's traffic, there's no traffic, you go if you need to go. See, the places you need to go for work and this, you always get there, don't you? So what happens if you had that same attitude for something that you were going to create for your life? That's something that you never wanted to do. So you're doing stuff and you get in there. What about you use that for the other stuff? Where the stuff was like, wait, the waiting stuff. I'll do that later. I'll do it next week. What would it take you for that time where you always get into work. You always get into those people to make their money and this and that. Now, how about use that for yourself now? So it can be done. You do it. You do it on a daily basis, but you don't acknowledge it. So instead of waiting for every single light to turn green, just go for it. Go for it, like as in a sense how we filmed this episode 31 today and yesterday. Just go for it, no matter what occurs, because it's never going to be perfect. Perfect is a limitation, because you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy. So how does it? But the more and more you get out of being that perfect, oh my God, life becomes fucking phenomenal. Life becomes fucking phenomenal when you get out of being perfect. You get this sense of freedom where you've never had freedom before. And I'm grateful for my mum and my sister. They've always been there for me. They've always been there for me. And the more and more I ask questions with my family, or my mum and sister, they contribute more and more and more and more. So my sister, worldwide coordinator of the Guitar of Consciousness, we'll put a picture here to the side or whatever. Yeah, I'm very grateful for her. She contributed to Guitar of Consciousness being a company. Yes, it was very uncomfortable. We're like, oh, we'll just get a business. We'll make it a business first, then. No, we're like, nah. She's like, nah, let's make it a company. It's registered for GST. You know, it's ready for taxes. We made it a company straight away. Let's do it. And she organised that. She organised all the accounting. She does the editing for this software. And I'm very grateful. She organises all the concerts I've done. We'll put up a concert there, the concert there. You know, that was my first concert on the Guitar of Consciousness. Wow. You know, she contributed to organising all that, contacting the venues. You know, that's extremely difficult for musicians out there. You know, you always want to do everything yourself. Though, who out there can you add to your life, my friend? If you're a musician, my friend, and you're trying to get out there, who can you add to your life to be able to perform out there? You know, yes, it wasn't packed. The audience wasn't packed. So what? Am I going to wait another 1,000 years? But after the show, I was grateful. I was grateful who showed up. I was so grateful. I'm like, whoa, I created something where I thought I could never create. I'm like, that's incredible. I'm so grateful. And yes, a lot of people badmouth, like, oh, they had only a few people in the audience, this and that. So what? I got the footage. I got experience of being out on stage. You know, how does it get any better than that? And then I had my second concert. You know? And then she organised all that. And had people up on stage. Let's put those guys there up on stage. We got them to come up on stage. You know, these 5 people, they all came together. And they came from all over Australia. One came from Brisbane, one came from Melbourne. And speaking to them and saying, yeah, we'll come to see you guys, see you, Jake. And they were so grateful. They were so grateful to watch me perform. And I wouldn't have seen that if I waited. If I waited for that to be packed, you know, 300, that venue fit 300. So if I waited for 300 seats to be sold, I would have never have done it. And, you know, if people badmouth me, it wasn't packed, so what? What are they doing with their lives? What are they doing with their lives if they have to badmouth me saying there was only this amount of people there? Their life's not working. That's why they're badmouthing me. That's why they're badmouthing you. Because their life is not working and they just want to bring you down. But I didn't listen to that. I'm like, nah, I'm going to create this event. And I created it. We did it. And I was very grateful. I was very grateful because now I have bigger asks now. You know, for the first concert, the air conditioning didn't work. See, but beforehand, I didn't know to ask about that, you know, because you're so into it, you think, always thinking about, oh, who's going to come, who's not going to come, obsessing about it, this and that. In those moments, I did the clearing statement of access. Everything this is bringing up at the concerts, right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, party, all night, short, boys, favourites, and beyonds. What would it take to have ease with being a concert player? So musicians out there, if you want to ask this to contribute to you, this is not just all about me. Access consciousness and these tools are not just about the person speaking. It's about all of us who are willing to be and do something different. So, you know, what would it take for me to be a concert player? What would it take for you to be a concert player? What action do you require to take today to be a concert player? What is required? What energy do you require to be and do that would allow you to become a concert player? And go for it, my friends. And who can you add to contribute to you with organising the events for you? Keep asking, who can you add to your life to exponentialize your music career? Ask who out there, and be patient. Be patient, because I've had to be a lot patient as well with this, though, because I go with it, and you can see how I've done it. If you get, I love this. What the founder Dane. Let's put up a picture of Dane there. He's a co-founder of Access, and when he said to me, like, if you can see a greatness in someone, like if you see a greatness in Dane when he was speaking, if you can see a greatness in me, it's because you have that greatness too. And I'm like, whoa. If you can see a greatness in someone, it's because you have that greatness as well. And ever since then, I'm very, very grateful for Dane being in my life, and yeah, it's inspired me to keep going. And if I can inspire you to keep going, well, that's the greatest gift. It's the greatest gift that you can give me. I've had people contact me and saying, "Fuck, man, I love you. How you keep going, man." I've had this guy from Brazil. I've had a lot of people from Turkey and a lot of different countries tell me that I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you that you keep going. I see a lot of people bring you down, but I see how you keep going, and that inspires me to keep going. So, if you feel the need to message me and contact me to tell me about that, I'll be grateful if I can. I'll try my best to see it. I know on Instagram and on a lot on Instagram, I get a lot of messages. So if I do miss your message on Instagram, it's just because I get 50% is like just spam messages, and the other 50%, so if I do miss your message, sorry, but hopefully I'll get it for the future. But anyways, if you can contact me through email as well, if you really want to get in contact with me, just get through me my email. We'll put in the description, and say what I've contributed to you, and yeah, because I love it. That's what pushes me to keep going forward. And yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift when you can inspire others to be more. Dane was a gift to me, inspiring me to be more. And if I can be a gift to you, inspiring you to be more, how the fuck does it get any better than that? So, in that communion we have between me and my sister, we used to fight a lot before Access. And now it's so changed. It's so changed. Like, we work together, we have companies together. We have an antique company together. We have the Guitar of Consciousness company together. And it's like, how fucking awesome is it having your sister on board, So in your family, what would it take to have your sister, your brother on board? What contribution can your brother and sister be to you? That's a question you can ask. What contribution can your brother and sister be to you that you haven't acknowledged? And yeah, remember, it's never going to come out the way it's going to come out. Consciousness always shows you a way where you've never imagined. Never imagined. So she also does, I like to put out there, she also does Access Bars classes. Bianx, if you like to put some Access Bars class there, an upcoming Access Bars class, there. Yeah, Access Bars is the first body process of Access Consciousness, and it's a body process. So it's like a session. On a massage table, the session takes about an hour and a half. You lay on the table. There's points on the head. Might put an Access Bars chart there. And you run points on the head. You activate these points. Points like there's a money point. There's a creativity point. There's a point about kindness. What would it take to have more kindness out there? So all those points that get activated, and whatever's going on with those points, say points of view around money. You run the access bars process and it clears those points of where you've been sticking yourself with money. So that's what these access bars classes can do for you. So very grateful for that. My sister, being an access consciousness facilitator, being an access bars facilitator, so how does it get any better than that? And remember, I get my bars run somehow on a daily, sometimes daily. Every night, running my bars with my mum, my sister, and it helps. It helps every single time I do it. There's no limitation of how much to do, how much to get your bars run. Every time, it's like a stress release thing. So if you're stressing a lot, get your bars run. If you're thinking too much, get your bars run. If you're upset about something, get your bars run. That's what it does for you. It just allows, it's like cleaning out your recycle bin on your computer. You know, giving you a clean slate, giving you more space to be you. Giving you more space to be you. I like the fake Cabramatta fabrics, where we've got all this outfit. Me and my sister walked into this shop. Maybe we'll do a short video. I'll probably go there maybe in the next week. We'll do a short video, we'll put it there, of me in that fabric store. And it's like so grateful, like, whoa, walked in, there was this fabric, that, and it lined up. You know, I was looking online to get how to get music notes, and it was hard. You know, it was hard to. There wasn't many, but this had it like that. I'm like, wow. So we went to Charles. We're taken to Charles in Castle Hill. Castle Hill Shirt Makers. We'll put a picture of me in his shop there. And I'm very grateful to you, Charles, for getting this done. Oh, wow. Thank you, my friend. I'm very grateful for his mum as well. His mum. Oh, I'm very grateful for Charles's wife and his daughter. They really contribute. They really love the Guitar of Consciousness. Every time I go there, if they're there, his daughter says, "Oh, I love what you did on this previous episode of the Guitar of Consciousness." We'll put a picture there, and you know, her dog was in that. Last time I went there, the dog was there. His wife and another lady was there. And I'm just like the energy, like, oh, Jake, what are you gonna do for the next episode? You know, when they're talking about Sky on the previous episode, like, wow, you're on Matt Kosciuszko, and like their attitude and their you know, the enthusiasm about what I was creating, they were just so enthusiastic about it. They're like, whoa, I can create this in other people. That's phenomenal. So I'm very grateful for them being in my life. I'm very grateful for them, you know, allowing me to have this. And she's a singer as well. His daughter's a singer, and she's a fucking phenomenal singer. She's blind. She's been blind since she's been born, and she hasn't gave up. She keeps going. So she's been singing, and she's been doing some famous ads. I think she's doing like a famous ad for some car company, and she's on there. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. So you know, it very inspired me to like, whoa. She has that, but she keeps going, no matter what. Maybe we'll find one of her singing, and we'll put that in here. I have a short clip of her singing. And like, whoa, how the fuck does it get any better than that? You know? I love how other people, no matter what is showing up for their life, they just keep going and they keep creating. And what may see her keep creating and me keep creating inspires us to keep going forward together. And what would it be like for all of us, the ones that are willing to choose it? That if you get inspired by someone, what would it take for that inspiration to be inspiration for you as well? You know, like, and yes, everyone on the planet is not going to choose consciousness. So you don't have to make yourself wrong for not getting these people into consciousness or whatever. It's not for them. So just be grateful that you can choose it. When you can be grateful for that, you can choose it, and then other people will choose it. Like being a leader, what indicates being a true leader? Okay, a true leader is, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go where I'm going. If anyone comes along with me or not, I'm still going. That's what a true leader is. So if I'm going here, if you come with me, if you don't come with me, that's fine. I'm going to go anyway. Okay? What is a leader? Okay, now in this reality, a true leader is, I have to get power over others. A true leader is followers. I need followers. I need these people to do everything for me, and if they don't do it for me, you know, how's that work? That doesn't work for anyone. Only works for one person. But fuck everyone else. Good for one person, fuck everyone else. Okay, a true leader is going to go no matter what. Like with the guitar of consciousness, if you don't like what I speak about, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with wherever you got to go. If you got to choose this in 10 years' time, 100 years' time, that's okay. That's your journey. I'm not here to wrong you. I'm here to inspire you to a greater possibility. So a true leader is willing to go anywhere and everywhere and have the adventure of the journey. You know, it's all about the journey, all about the adventure. If you're obsessing about, you know, you always have to get it right, you always have to have it correct, well, you're never going to get anywhere. So how does it get any better than that? So I'd like to thank the studio. Thank the studio, Stuart, the engineer. So grateful for Crash Symphony Productions. Thanks guys. I really appreciate it. I've been with Symphony. I think that's the first track, third track with them. I did Joy, I did Sky, and now Symphony. So very grateful for you guys for doing that. I know it took a lot of effort, this one, but we got it done. So how does it get any better than that? I'd like to thank Guitar Factory, Parramatta, for contributing with all the guitars. Like that, what a beautiful guitar. Thank you, you know, to Steve I created that guitar, the Pia. The sound, beautiful. Thank you. I'd like to thank Steve I as well for creating that guitar, him and his crew, his production of designing that, wow, incredible. Thank you, and yeah, Bronson at Guitar Factory. Thanks, man, because somehow the Guitar Factory in Parramatta, they get a lot of the Pias and a lot of the high-end open-air guitars. So I'm very grateful. I go in there and somehow they get that guitar when it's in there, and he's like, you know, you got to get it, you got to get it, you got to get it. And I'm very grateful for you guys. Who else? Anyone else that I forgot to thank? We'll put a video there just in case on either side. Anyone else I forgot? Well, I'd like to thank Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. If it wasn't for you, Gary Douglas, you know, Access Consciousness wouldn't have come out. I wouldn't have created the Guitar of Consciousness. So for Gary, my friend, I love you, man. I fucking love you, mate. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, but if you have, man, I'm fucking grateful for you, mate. I haven't seen you in person yet, Gary, but one day, hope so. Your co-partner, Dane. I love that guy. Dane, if you're watching this, thanks for following me on TikTok. Appreciate that, man. I know I asked you when Guitar of Consciousness was getting created, I asked you, you know, can I use the clearance statement in Access? Can I use the clearance statement in my production of the Guitar of Consciousness? And you replied back and you're like, fuck, go for it, mate. Go for it. And yeah, I'm so grateful for you, man. When I first met you up in Noosa, and you done a session on me, my sister, and you brought up on us on stage. Like, that was massive. And at the end of that, you go to one of us. You said, you know, have you got any words for anyone here? And it was packed. You know, it was about 200 people there in the audience. And I'm like, yeah, I got something. And this is the first time I kind of like spoke in front of that many people. And I just grabbed the mic off Dane, and I spoke. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but afterwards, people said to me like, "Oh, that was fucking phenomenal what you spoke. You sounded so clear." I'm like, "What? I sounded clear? I spoke, you know, like it was like big for me because that was the first time where, you know, I was speaking in front of that many people." So I'm very grateful for Dane unlocking that for me. See, he contributed to me unlocking my speaking abilities by doing that for me. So that's what Access is about. You know, a lot of people are bad-mouthing Access at these times, saying they're just all about their money. Well, what did he do for me? What did he have to do that? Did he have to say, you know, why did he have to pass me the mic and say, speak something? He could have not did that. Why did he have to bring me up on stage? Why did he have to bring my sister up on stage? He didn't have to do that. Maybe we can get some of that footage. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah, so he contributed to me, being able to have my capacities, my abilities awakened. So I'm very grateful for Access Consciousness being in my life. And on that, my friends, well, what a location to film at. Like, thank you, Earth. Thank you. I like to thank the Earth for being so fucking beautiful. You know, we've never, do we say that? Fucking Earth, you are fucking so fucking beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. You know, the Earth can contribute to us in ways we've never ever imagined. Never ever imagined. And my friends, I look forward to seeing you in person someday. All right, my friends, I look forward to seeing you in person someday.
I got met a fucking fan at the airport. We're
Hey.
at domestic.
I'm so happy to be here with this boy. He's a legend. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man. That was all right.
Cheers.
We're on the road to the location of episode 31, Symphony. So the location will be revealed later. We're at honey heaven. We've got a big 3 kilo of honey. We've got this guy here, he owns a company here. My mum and sister, we just bought some honey. Look at all the honeys. Wow, look at the shop. It's got all the honeybees. Oh my God, look at this. Can you hope you can see that? There's a massive stingray in there. Oh wow. We're on shoot. We've got the horses. We've got this little black fella here. We're getting ready for the shoot. We're gonna go on the beach. We've got the other horse there as well, his companion. And we're gonna do some footage for this episode 31 Symphony. So I'm getting installed, my friends, and yeah, we'll see you all later.
We got the Guitar of Consciousness crew here. We just put up my first billboard sign up in Katoomba. So fuck yeah. And we've got Anthony here, we've got my mum, we've got my sister, and fuck yeah, we're partying, and we'll see you all later. Hopefully this will be we'll put this up somewhere, maybe in the bloopers somewhere. Alright. See you later.